Hello, everyone. Rurikhan here, coming at you with another episode of Kast. This episode is being recorded on the 2nd of May, and this is probably going to be the last video that I will be recording within the next couple of weeks because, as some of you guys might know, some of you guys might not know, I'm actually getting married on the 5th of May, which happens to be this Sunday. And actually, if my calculations are correct, I will be getting married the day this video is released, because even though I'm recording it on the 2nd of May, I think that this video is only going to get released on the 5th of May, because I am basically recording a lot of stuff in advance for you guys. So that is my estimate. So probably by the time you guys are watching this video, I will most likely already be married. Yeah, I know. Scary thought, isn't it? Doing a video when I will already be married in the future, but I'm not married yet. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Anyways, in today's video, as you guys can see, I'm actually using my webcam as opposed to the normal camera. The reason for that is I actually don't have all the time that I would normally have to set up my camera. I kind of just got to record this video. It's already my second take, because I completely failed the first attempt that I've made of recording this video. And also, I am not alone in the studio today. My fiance is also in the studio. So if you guys listen to any background noises that happen, is because she's actually here. She's working on some stuff that we need to get done for the wedding. And I'm recording this video to kind of update you guys on everything that's going to be going down. And yeah, that's just mainly the purpose of this particular Cast, is to update you guys on what to expect, as well as what I will be doing throughout the next couple of days, just to keep you guys kind of up to date and in the loop. And also, I haven't done a Cast since the 13th of April. Now, my intention is that Casts would be a weekly thing, but on account of my marriage and whatnot, I decided, okay, instead of giving priority to Cast, I'm actually going to give priority to making more videos that I can upload onto my channel to make sure that my audience does not have to suffer and not be entertained while I am not around. So that was my main objective. Unfortunately, I did not achieve it as well as I would like, and I will tell you why a little bit further ahead in the Cast. Anyways, let's go right into the shout out section. And today I only really have one shout out. And the reason for that is because my memory is not so good, so I might be forgetting a couple of things. But the one shout out I do have is for Paul Desmond. You guys might know him from works that he has done in my videos. I mean, he calls his band Lost Within. So if you guys have seen videos where you've seen the music from Lost Within, that has been by Paul Desmond. And the shout out to Paul Desmond is because he is looking for a vocalist for his heavy band. So if you guys have seen my Black Iron Tarkus playthrough, you guys will know the type of music that he likes to make. If you want to see some more of that, I would advise you to go onto my website and go to the Lost Within section. All the links will be in the description below, and if they're not, make sure to butcher me in the comment section. But I probably won't add them anyways, because the problem is, if the links are not there, I'm probably not going to be around near a computer to really go and fix that for the next couple of weeks. So, yeah, I just got to make double sure that I'll put the links there. But if I don't, just remember, you can go to Rurikhan.com, and in Rurikhan.com, there's actually a link that says Lost Within. If you guys go there, you'll be able to check that out, check out his work. And there's also his contact information on that particular page. So if you're interested in applying to be a vocalist for his band, you will find contact information there. And please, only serious applications, because, I mean, Paul Desmond does not have time to, just run around and sift through a whole bunch of crappy applications that really don't mean anything. So let's try to be as professional as possible. If you're going to apply for that, we expect you to kind of be, someone who knows how to be a lead singer in a band. So just keep that in mind, please. And no bullshit. Please don't troll Paul Desmond, because he's got better things to do. So thank you very much for taking the time if you are going to be applying for that. And I wish him the best with his project, because I would really, something that I would very much like to see is Paul Desmond actually doing music for a living, because he is extremely talented and he definitely deserves a shot. So make sure to check that out. And yeah, anyways, I'm going to move right into the community topic. Unfortunately, I'm going to give you guys right in advance. This is going to be a very short community section this time around in Conscast. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you guys might have missed the last Conscast or whatever. But the whole point is that I want to, address community topics, which you guys can leave in the comment section below. Just tell me this is a suggestion for a topic or whatever for you to discuss in Conscast. And if you guys see a particular topic that you would like me to discuss, make sure to upvote it in the comment section. I really need your help here, guys. I really need those topics because I checked out the other video. There weren't that many topics. I mean, I think there was like 5 or 6, but there was one specific topic that had like 15 upvotes. And I was really surprised with what the topic is because it's actually something that I'm not proficient in, which basically means I can't really add a whole lot to that discussion. It is also an issue, something that I'm not that passionate about, which again just means I can't really add a whole lot into the discussion. But the community comment came from Black Eyed Jester, and he said, "How do you think the current gaming economy is going, and what would you do to change it?" For starters, what would I do to change it? There's nothing I can do to change it, and I don't have enough knowledge to actually tell you what could be done in order to change the gaming economy for the better. How do I think the current gaming economy is going? I think it's going very bad. And the reason it's going very bad is because we see a lot of studios investing a lot of money into titles and expect unrealistic returns. And so there's a lot of gambling, almost in a way, being done currently in game development. And that's not something that I'm that happy to see. I mean, we've just recently had that whole Square Enix situation. I've already addressed that with Aaron in the Kast, so I'm not going to go back and talk about that stuff again. There's also the situation with God of War as well as Gears of War extremely underselling if you take into account their predecessors. So the gaming economy right now is not that strong. Something that I think studios need to be looking at is making sure they budget their titles appropriately. That's really the only thing they can do, because let's face it, due to the inflation and all that kind of stuff that I'm really not that proficient in, so I don't want to get too much in depth into that thing. But according to what I've read in several articles throughout the internet, due to the inflation, right now games should actually be more expensive, but they aren't. So the way game developers are going around that is through the use of day one DLC, through the use of microtransactions, and a whole bunch of other ways to basically get you to spend more money in a video game. Now, on one side, I would almost like them to just be upfront about it and say, look, my game costs $70. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. As opposed to actually, oh no, we got this game, then we got this DLC, then we got this piece of DLC, then we got this piece. Because basically that's kind of nickel and diming. I would rather, look, if you need to ask me for more money, then just ask me for more money up front, and it will be better than the money that people will end up spending in all those DLCs and all that other bullshit. Now, naturally, this is not the best solution because a lot of people will not be able to afford games if they actually get more expensive. I mean, we are in a crisis after all. So, I mean, again, at the end of the day, I don't have a solution because economy was definitely not my strong suit when I was in college. And it's definitely not my strong suit right now. I mean, let's face it. I'm currently doing something full time that's not even paying for my bills. So that should pretty much be self-explanatory as to how good I am at economy. But again, at the end of the day, I think what needs to be done is studios need to budget better because several games are still being able to make profit, whereas several games are not. I mean, Jim Sterling made a good point in one of his Jimquisition things. I'm not sure if you guys see that stuff. I mean, you guys probably do because I think he's like 100 bazillion times more famous than me. But basically, Jim Sterling said that like he made this analogy at how Dark Souls sold like 2 million copies, and it was amazing due to the fact that they sold 2 million copies, whereas Square Enix sold 3 million copies, and they were like, oh my God, we only sold 3 million copies. It's a complete failure. So it's all about properly budgeting your titles. I mean, you can't just sink money into a video game and expect that money to come back to you. I mean, sure, you need to have some market projections, but I mean, you can't just expect to sell as much as you would sell a couple of years ago, because a couple of years ago, the financial situation around the globe was a lot better. So people would buy video games and not even think about it twice. Whereas these days, people don't have as much money to throw around in entertainment. So people budget accordingly, which means basically that developers need to budget accordingly as well. And that's pretty much all I can really say about gaming economy, because on the previous try that I tried discussing this topic, I just went all over the place, from free-to-plays and all kinds of weird things, and every single thing that came out of my mouth, not even I was believing it. I was like, what the frack am I talking about? This makes absolutely no sense. So I really don't want to go any further than that. Basically, the only thing I think that can be done at this point is that studios need to budget accordingly. And if they can't afford to produce a $60 million title or something like that, I mean, I don't know how much Far Cry 3 costed to make, but if you guys remember, I even had to make a separate video for that particular playthrough just for the credits, because the credits was 40 minutes of scrolling names. I can't even begin to imagine how much that game costed to produce. And I definitely hope they made their money back. I mean, it looks like they're doing okay. They produced Blood Dragon. Blood Dragon's also looking to be an amazing game. I mean, at least I know that I'm interested in Blood Dragon. The only reason I haven't purchased it yet is because I'm not going to have time to play it in the next couple of days. So I'll eventually try and pick it up on a sale or something, and that will eventually happen. But yeah, I can't really go any more in depth into gaming economy. It's, like I said, not my strong suit. I hope this does, however, clarify where I stand on the issue somehow. But anyways, thank you very much for your topic suggestion, Black Eyed Jester, and thank you to everyone that upvoted that comment so that I knew what comment to discuss in this particular community topic for this Conscast episode. Now, keeping that in mind, please leave me suggestions in the comment section below so that on the next Conscast I can once again have another community topic that I will discuss. But please, no more economy or politics. I don't do politics either, so please don't ask me politics. And try to keep those topics gaming related, okay? Because several people were like, oh, so are these topics like more gaming related? Yeah, try to keep it gaming related, because I mean, in the Conscast, I kind of talk about games, and games is the thing that I'm most passionate about. I don't want to be talking about North Korea invading the U.S. like someone suggested, because for one, that's really not going to happen. And if that does happen, it's going to be really, really weird if they even try to do anything. Like the U.S. would be just like bitch slapping them and like, you get the fuck out of here. So yeah, I don't think anyone's really taking them seriously at this point. But let's continue onward. And the next topic I wanted to address in this particular Conscast is what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. So, for those of you that still do not know, because you guys don't watch Side Strafe's content, or because you guys haven't watched the latest TGS podcast where I've also mentioned this, Side Strafe is actually coming to Portugal to come to my wedding, in case you guys didn't know, which to me is like a really big deal. I mean, just the simple fact that he's flying all the way from America come to my wedding is it's pretty cool. Me and Sidestrafe have been friends for quite some time. I mean friends online as much as friends can be, obviously. But I don't make that distinction between a friend that you happen to meet in real life and someone that you meet online. I mean, if you how should I say this? It's not, the word is not mingle, is if you talk, if you interact with someone enough, you get to know them enough that you will consider them your friends like this, and you would value them as much or even more than some of your real life friends, which is definitely the case with Sidestrafe. We've become great friends over the time, ever since we met back in the TGN days, which was a long time ago. Man, we have come a long way. But yeah, so Sidestrafe said that he was going to come to my wedding, but that he wanted to take advantage of that and actually stay in Portugal a couple of days, and he would bring someone else with him, and then they would go and see the sites in Portugal. And I said, look, if you're coming down here, I'm showing you the damn sights. So that's what's going to be happening actually. After the wedding, instead of doing the whole honeymoon thing, I'm actually going to be taking side strafe throughout the country in kind of like a tour thing that we got organized. We're going to be visiting several points in Portugal. We're also going to be swinging by Spain. We might be making a trip all the way to Morocco. I mean, the chances are limitless at this point. So I've been really like kind of cranking down with my father because he travels the country a whole bunch. And we try to figure out a route that we can take to see as much cool stuff as we possibly can. So that is something that's going to be happening after the wedding. So the wedding is on the 5th of May, which is on Sunday, where it's going to be a religious ceremony because my fiance wanted it that way, because I really don't care that much about that. Like I said, background noise. She is working still here, right next to me. It's going to be a religious ceremony. After the religious ceremony, we're going to go to a reception, which is actually up in, I don't know exactly how to say this in English. It's not a mountain, but it's going to be up in some hills that we have, as high as hills can get in Portugal, which is not that high, let's be honest. But it's going to be in some hills that we have in the area of Arrábida. For those of you who know where Arrábida is, that's actually where the reception will be taking place. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole wedding. It's just right now we're really cranking down on this whole wedding situation. We're trying to work out menus, trying to work out stuff to put on tables and stuff, and seating. We're just trying to work everything out in regards to planning the wedding. And it's actually funny because right now it is 1 a.m. So it's actually the 3rd of May, because when I started I said it's the 2nd of May, but whatever. It's the 3rd of May. It's 1 a.m. And it's funny because in about 7 hours I have to be in Lisbon picking up side strafe, and I still have to edit and upload this video before I do that. And I still have to record gaming footage that you guys will probably be seeing somewhere here, I think. No, it's actually on the other side. Damn it. It's actually here. This is probably where gaming footage is going to be passing by, because I like having gaming footage in Kast so that you guys don't always have to look at my face. You can look at me sucking at video games at the same time. So anyways, this gives you kind of an idea of how I'm going to be spending the next couple of weeks. It's like I'm probably only going to be back home at around the 17th of May, I think, because Side Strafe's leaving, I think, on the 16th or something. So on the 17th will actually be when I will be back home and actually recording videos and getting back into the routine again. And that routine will once again be interrupted in June, because in June I will be going down to E3. At least everything seems to be set up so that I can go to E3. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But basically, as much of the routine as you can have in between the 17th of May and the 8th of June, because after that, I'm out of here. So, like I said, sorry about the ghetto show today, but again, we're really cranking down, and this is all I could really do to update you guys on this. But anyways, that is it regarding the wedding, the trip, the side strafe situation. Kind of updating you guys on that. So the next thing I want to talk about a little bit is the cast. I did that episode with what I called the cast with Aaron, and I really liked it. I think that you guys kind of enjoyed it as well. It was really fun to do some recording with Aaron. I wanted to do one of those a week as well, but again, it's just there's so much videos, so many projects that I involve myself in that it gets very overwhelming. And obviously, with the wedding on top of everything, I have not been able to record another episode with Aaron. You all guys also have to realize that between me and Aaron, there's about, I think, 8 hours of difference in time zones. So it's not necessarily easy for us to both be available at a suitable time to record. So, but anyways, the cast will be happening more often if we can manage to do it, because I think it was a good show. I think you guys enjoyed it as well. And we both had fun doing it. It was something that I wanted to do for quite some time. Whether it's going to be on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis, we'll see what we can do in terms of scheduling and whatnot. It's just like I said, for the next couple of days, all the way until E3 blows over, everything is going to be very weird for me because it's just time goes up in a blur recently is the way I feel about things. So yeah, that's what I had to say in regards to the cast. Next up, I wanted to address Soul Sacrifice because you guys are probably wondering, Rurikhan, Soul Sacrifice is out. Where's your coverage of Soul Sacrifice? And I did the coverage on the demo because I kind of had an idea that I would not be able to record Soul Sacrifice because here's the thing. Like I said, Side Strafe arrives tomorrow. I mean, I'm not going to have Side Strafe in Portugal and be like, yeah, man, you just sit in my living room. I'm just going to go and record videos. You know, that's not respecting someone else's time, someone who paid a plane ticket and took the time to come down from America to Portugal. And you're like, no, man, I'm just going to keep on doing my life and I'm going to keep on recording videos. No, it's not going to happen. So the whole Soul Sacrifice thing, I wanted to record Soul Sacrifice today. It wasn't really possible. And I actually received Soul Sacrifice today on the 2nd of May, which was pretty good, I think. I was actually able to find a store, an online store that sold it and delivered it overnight. So that was pretty cool. I was pretty happy about that because I thought I was going to have to go and buy a digital version of Soul Sacrifice, which I didn't want it to do because, for one, as you guys know by now, I like having game boxes. I know, right? It's an old habit and whatnot. And it's like, oh, you dinosaur, and we need to go full digital and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, that's all fine and dandy. But the problem is my 16 gigabyte card on my Vita is already full, like chock full of games from PlayStation Plus. So I wouldn't even be able to install it unless I deleted like Uncharted or something. And I haven't finished Uncharted yet, so I really don't want to delete it, if that's okay with you guys. But yeah, I actually was able to get a boxed edition, which I thought was cool. I like the art on the cover. It's pretty cool. I immediately switched it over to the Japanese art because I think it's kind of cooler than the golden avatar that they give you in the European version. Not a huge fan of that. I don't know why, but I like the fact that they gave me the choice. Just like, look, you like the Japanese art better? That's fine. Switch the thing around, no problem. So yeah, that's it on Soul Sacrifice. I'm probably going to be hitting hard with Soul Sacrifice on the 17th. Going to be playing a whole bunch of it. I mean, I'm probably going to do highlight series because, like, I don't want to do a full playthrough of Soul Sacrifice because, I mean, let's face it, the game is about arenas and fighting bosses. I want to show you guys amazing boss fights. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to do that more than, oh, I have this quest to go and kill 3 cat-looking orcs. Yeah, real challenging. I punched them 3 times in the face. They're dead. So obviously that's not something I would want to do. But yeah, Soul Sacrifice, I'm definitely excited to check it out. I'm probably going to be playing some Soul Sacrifice throughout the next couple of weeks because I will be taking my Vita with me on the trip around Portugal. And whenever there's any time that we're not doing anything, I'm going to pick it up and play the crap out of Soul Sacrifice. It's just what's going to happen. Next, I wanted to touch a little bit on Dark Arisen because a lot of people seem to think that I've been overly critical of Dark Arisen. And in case you guys don't know, Dark Arisen is the Dragon's Dogma expansion kind of thing, whatever you want to call it, which came in a separate disc. But basically, if you guys want to go and learn more about that and why I ranted on it, you can go to my video, the Dark Arisen rant, and you guys can see there the kind of problems I feel the game has had. Ever since then, I figured out what happens with hard mode, and it's like, I would also like to add this in to that whole thing that I've mentioned in the Dark Arisen rant, which is several people called to my attention that, oh, if you start a new game on normal, you can then convert that to hard mode. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And why, you guys might ask, why doesn't that make any sense, Rurikhan? What the hell are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense because in Dragon's Dogma, the original one, when they patched it and added in the hard mode, which did not exist in the very original version of the game, that did not exist. You had to actually go into the PlayStation Network store and you had to download a patch from there. It's not like something that the game would automatically update. No, you have to go and download a special patch that would add in a hard mode for your Dragon's Dogma game. And when that happened, I tried it out and I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm going to start a new game in hard mode. And basically what it said is, this will delete your character and it will start you in hard mode and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, your one save bullshit, whatever, fine, I'll do it. So I deleted my character. You go to hard mode, you press it, and it deleted your character, and then it would start you off from scratch. And I was like, okay, I'm okay with this. I'm fine with this. I mean, that particular thing is actually on my channel. If you guys go Dragon's Dogma Livestream 1 and 2, that is actually the hard playthrough that I was doing. And the thing about it is, when they implemented that in Dragon's Dogma, it was a hard mode that would delete your character and start you off from scratch. But the Dark Arisen implementation of the hard mode is basically that you actually go through the game on normal first, and when you feel comfortable enough, like when you feel that you've gathered enough gear and stuff like that, you can then switch it over to hard mode, and you get to keep all your gear. And I'm just like, will you make up your damn mind? You either make a hard mode that you start from scratch, or you make a hard mode that you get in like a New Game Plus type of thing. And that's the other thing. The game also has a New Game Plus. And I'm wondering, what the hell? How does this even work? There's like normal New Game Plus, then you can switch it to hard, and then there's hard, and then there's hard New Game Plus. I mean, this is difficulty done wrong. I'm sorry. I realize that a lot of people are passionate about Dragon's Dogma. Hell, I'm passionate about Dragon's Dogma. I love Dragon's Dogma, okay? If you guys go look at the very first videos I've done on Dragon's Dogma, you guys can see how much I love that game. I advise people to buy that game. People bought that game because of me. So a lot of people came to my video where I ranted about it, and they're like, oh, you're not right, and you're just over criticizing, and you're doing all this stuff. Yes, I am. I'm doing everything you're saying because I'm ridiculously passionate about the game. I love it. Just like I'm ridiculously passionate about Dark Souls. I love it. And when I love a game as much as that, I need to basically, I need the game to achieve a certain level of standards. I mean, what Capcom is doing is just completely throwing my expectations into the ground and taking a piss on them. It is ridiculous. And I feel insulted by that. I feel insulted because I see the potential that there is this great game there, and they have all these things clinging onto it like a cancer, like this hard mode that's like, no, you go into normal, then you get gear, then you come back, then you go into hard. Then why did you do it differently the first time around? Was it just to confuse me? Is that the reason why? I don't know. And then also the bonus items that you get if you had a previous save of Dragon's Dogma, the armors and stuff, kind of make the early game a lot easier. I'm actually playing the game now, and I'm not using those armors because I'm like, this is going to make the game a lot easier. And it's dumb. I want to feel a progression. And when you introduce these DLC armors and all this other stuff, not to mention you shove DLC on my face as soon as the goddamn game boots up. It's like, here's some more DLC. Then it's like you bought some DLC. Here's some more. And here's some more. It's like, I wonder what happens if I bought all the DLC for Dragon's Dogma. What's going to happen? Is it going to be like, here's some more? Now that you've done all of this other DLC, here's some more DLC. Oh, no. This ties into the economy thing. It's like, no, we're going to charge you and then charge you some more and then charge you for charging you. And I'm sorry. I know that there's a little bit of wheezing on my throat. Like I said, it's, I don't have a lot of time. Not a lot of time on my hands. But yeah, Dark Arisen, again, having problems with that. But what I have planned for Dark Arisen is I'm going to make a couple of videos of Dark Arisen, but most likely it's going to be like the video that I did with the Griffin, Golem, and something else. I don't really remember what. Was it a Cyclops? It might have been Cyclops, Griffin, and Golem. That's probably what I'm going to do more of, kind of like highlight videos to give you guys an idea of a couple of highlight fights, as opposed to actually doing all that traveling and all that other boring stuff. I just want to do more highlights than really a full playthrough. So that's something you guys can look forward to. But for starters, I'm going to start playing the game on normal. I'm going to probably play through the whole game on normal, and then I'll switch it over to hard or something. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. But I am, however, planning on actually min-maxing my character all the way, and then I'll come up to you guys with a build and tell you how I kind of got the character to the point that it's gotten. It's obviously going to be a warrior with a shield, but I do plan, once I get to level 100, I plan to eventually switch it over to an assassin to fool around, because the assassin has this really squashbuckler quality to it that I kind of like. That he's got a shield, he can do shield slams, all that stuff, but he's also got a lot of agility attacks. Like he's got this attack that really was the reason that I'm considering even doing this. It's not really an attack. It's like this counter move that he can do that he blocks something from the enemy, then he presses a button, then he just like jumps in the air and does all these crazy acrobatics. And I'm like, yeah, I'd like to see a dwarf do that. I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, that's something I will be working on Dark Arisen content when I come back, and we'll see how that works out on the 17th. Now, in regards to Dark Souls, a lot of you guys are wondering, well, you guys are probably not wondering because I've been releasing the videos for the Calamity playthrough pretty much regularly. Calamity playthrough, Miyazaki tribute run. Sorry, my head is not working as well as I would like at this point, but yeah. The Miyazaki tribute run, it's actually finished at this point, in case you guys are curious. I've actually already finished it. And I'm just going to let you guys watch that all the way. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, but I will let you guys know that I have currently no plans for what my next Dark Souls playthrough is going to be. I've been talking with Pally-Time. We've been considering the whole New Game Plus thing, New Game Plus 6 thing, but I've been thinking about that. It's like, look, I mean, what we did with Smoe and Ornstein was already more challenging, in my opinion, than a New Game Plus 6 run, because we went through the whole game without shields. So I think that in itself is a lot more challenging than a New Game Plus 6 run. So I'm not sure what we can do to keep things interesting if we were to do New Game Plus 6. Several people want us to do more cosplay playthroughs, which I'm not sure if that is really a thing, but it seems to be what people want the most. So I'm not sure. We're still not sure what we're really going to do, but obviously there's going to be more Dark Souls with me and Pally-Time. That's just something to be expected, as well as there's going to be other games with me and Pally-Time. There's a couple of things that we have planned up for you guys as well. But yeah, the Dark Souls Miyazaki tribute run is finished. Bear in mind that I did say at some point that if it came down to removing the Calamity Ring or stopping the playthrough, that I would remove the Calamity Ring. So it is a possibility that that might happen. What do you guys think? You think it happened? You think the Khan took off the Calamity Ring? I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. You're going to have to wait until the end of the playthrough to find out. But yeah, that's all I really can tell you about Dark Souls right now. Still obviously very excited to see what's going down with Dark Souls 2. As I told you guys, I wanted to do a video when the dust settled down in regards to the Dark Souls 2 update. But the thing is, I wanted to see a more detailed update from Epic Name Bro. But Epic Name Bro, with the fact that he is now a father and everything, he's probably way too busy to make videos. So I ended up postponing my Dark Souls 2 thing. Also, Vati Vidya has been uploading quite a couple of Dark Souls 2 videos. So I want to let him finish his series before I do anything else. I want to check out what he has to say, kind of see what kind of an input, how I feel about the stuff that he says in regards to Dark Souls. You know, just kind of see if I can pick up any tidbits of information that other people feel differently about, that kind of, you know, that I kind of want to discuss. Because let's be honest, my analysis on the Dark Souls 2 gameplay footage was 1 hour and 15 minutes. And that was pretty much enough for me to say everything I felt about that title for the time being. So I really don't see a need to make another Dark Souls 2 video right now. But on the 17th, when I come back, I'll have another look, see if there's any new information surfaced, anything that I really want to discuss about Dark Souls 2. Because like I told you guys, I only make videos which I want to discuss things. It's like, I know I can get tons of videos if I make Dark Souls 2 videos, but if I don't have anything to say, what's the point? It's just like making videos just for whatever, for views? No, that's not the way that we work around here, and you guys know it. So screw that. If I find anything worthwhile to discuss on Dark Souls 2 that I have not already beaten to death on my 1 hour and 15 minute video, I will do so. If not, I won't do it. So, but yeah, I definitely want to do a further analysis on it. It's just right now I don't feel there's enough material for it. There's a couple of things, like the fact that it was actually a PC version, because someone pointed me to an article that I read somewhere that said, oh no, this is actually a PC version. But again, it's just IGN's compression was a piece of crap then, and there's nothing I can do about that. The game didn't look that good because IGN doesn't have the balls to do renders the way I do, which is like 25,000 bit rating. That's the way you do renders, man. You want me to teach you guys over there at IGN? I can go there and teach you guys about render settings if that's what you want, because stuff you guys got on your website, it's pathetic, okay? Material you guys got there, it's pathetic. That quality, whatever. Like, go back to 480p and then stretch it to 720. That's what it looks like. Maybe I'm being a little bit overly critical of IGN. Maybe they'll come shut me down. Maybe not. Anyways, continuing onward. For those of you that did not watch my appearance on the Game Station's podcast, I was on episode 54 of the Game Station podcast, for those 5 people that didn't knew yet. And as a matter of fact, I wanted to welcome, like I said, background noise will occur during this episode. I'm sorry. But once again, I would like to welcome all of you that came to the channel because of the Game Station's podcast. I would have to say that since I started this channel on December 2011, the TGS podcast was probably the big, burst of subscribers I've had in a short amount of time. I think it was something like 500 subscribers, and the link was wrong. So if you guys take that into consideration, that's pretty substantial, at least for me. I mean, I got like 500 subs in the duration of 2 days, which was very surprising. The only thing that ever came close to that was when Epic Name Bro gave me a shout out in his channel, and I got like 300 people over the course of 2 days. TGS now holds the record for the con promotion, so to speak. So anyways, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. And as all of you that watch that particular TGS show, you guys know that I saved a particular announcement as to a series that I was going to be making on this particular channel. I've been saying particular like 1,000 times. Got to be careful about that. But I saved a special announcement for the TGS podcast, which was the fact that I was working on a new Demon Souls run. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I only have 1 Demon Souls run versus 10 Dark Souls runs, something like that. And I felt like, people also feel the need to go a little bit Demon Souls every now and then. So, because like I said, I always want to have some kind of Souls content on my channel. It's been one of those games that really marked me. And the problem is I want to do Soul Sacrifice. I really wanted to do Soul Sacrifice, but like I said, I received Soul Sacrifice today. It would be unthinkable for me to have a backlog of videos on Soul Sacrifice unless I was doing the demo. And it's like, why would I do the demo? Do the demo to death, and then just when the game comes out, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm like superly overpowered and going through all these things. Like, I'm not even importing my save file from the demo. As a matter of fact, I already deleted the demo and all the save data from my PlayStation Vita so that I can start fresh in the game itself. But in regards to Demon Souls, like I was saying, I do have a Demon Souls playthrough coming. It was supposed to have already been aired on the 3rd of May, but since I did a couple of more videos since then, it is actually going to be aired later. And expect me to kind of discuss things that were going through my mind as I was recording it, because I was recording it really ahead of time. I don't even remember when I recorded it. But today is the 5th of May, and there's currently already 13 episodes to that playthrough, and you guys haven't really seen a single one. So keep that in mind, so that you guys have an idea as to how long ago I started recording that in between planning the wedding and all that stuff. So yeah, it took me quite some time to record that, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. There is one cheesy thing that I do at the start of that playthrough. But the funny thing is, as you guys will find out throughout the playthrough, that cheesy thing was completely worthless for me. It did absolutely nothing for me. So it kind of turns out to be a little bit funny even, because something that was supposed to be a pretty simple playthrough actually got really, really complicated. And yeah, that's what I had to say in regards to Demon Souls, and I'm just getting really tired at this point. I just wanted to say that something else, which is in regards to Darksiders. For those of you that do not know, Nordic Games picked up the the Darksiders IP. Now, I don't know much about Nordic games, but according to what they discussed in the Game Station podcast, and it doesn't seem like they did that many amazing titles, and the fact that they now own the Darksiders IP really makes me sad, because I was actually hoping that the Darksiders IP would go to Crytek, because I believe that Crytek actually now has the most of the Vigil studio in them, and I would very much like to see Darksiders go over there so they could do the next Darksiders title. So I was just disappointed. I was just, what are these guys going to do with Darksiders? I mean, they don't have, they're asking the community about it. What should they do with it? And I don't know. It just saddens me, because you guys know that I'm very attached to the Darksiders series. I really liked it. And it's just, it saddens me. It really saddens me to see the Darksiders go anywhere except to their rightful owners, which is Vigil Games. And I really just don't know what else to say about it. I just wanted to tell you guys about that news, and the fact that it just makes me really sad, because I really liked that franchise. Really wanted Vigil Games to really be rewarded for that amazing franchise that they worked on, and it didn't happen. And I think that's a damn shame. I really do. And in other news, something else that I've played recently was the Neverwinter MMO, because some people asked me, oh, you need to try Neverwinter MMO. Played it with Pally Time. As a matter of fact, you guys probably watched an episode, if everything went according to my planning. You guys probably watched an episode of Neverwinter already on my channel, my first impressions of the game with my Dwarven Guardian fighter. And so far, I like the game. It's definitely not amazing. I have a couple of issues with the animations, but I love the combat, and I like the instance that I did, which I only did one instance. But I do have some positive feelings in regards to Neverwinter. So I might be checking it out more in depth and whatnot, and just wanted to keep you guys up to date with that. I will be checking it out. I'm on the server called Beholder, I think. That's the server I'm on. Me and Pally Time are both on that server, so if you see a dwarf called MFPT, that's him. If you see a dwarf called Rurikhan, that's me. As a matter of fact, there's already a video up on his channel. I tweeted about it a couple of days ago. But yeah, that really is all I have for this particular show. I'm sorry. Usually I tend to last a little bit longer on Cast, but it's just, I'm ridiculously tired. You guys can probably tell I'm extremely tired. I've been on this recording video bonanza, and now I've been getting ready for the wedding. And in about less than 7 hours, I will be picking up Sidestrafe at the airport. So yeah, I have some really exciting times ahead of me, but I had to really work hard to keep you guys entertained. And also, I would like to apologize to you guys for something that's going to happen. I believe it is currently on the 11th, but I'll probably forward that like 4 days or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but something that I've been keeping in the channel is variety. So I always keep an episode of something, then the next day an episode of something else, and then the next day an episode of the same thing you had the day before. So kind of, basically been giving you guys different shows every day. And I'm not sure if that's going to be possible, simply because I did not have as much time to record as I would like with the whole wedding thing. And what happened was I ended up with a lot more Demon Souls episodes than anything else. So right now, I have a whole bunch of stuff that you guys will be watching in between Dark Souls. I'm not sure if the Dark Souls Miyazaki tribute run is going to overlap with the Demon Souls one or not at this point, because I'm really confused. I'm actually going to be doing all the planning and scheduling of videos after I'm done with this particular video. So I still have to look into the schedule and whatnot, but I think there will be points throughout the next couple of weeks where it's going to be, maybe 3 days in a row of Demon Souls. That will probably happen. It's something that I wanted to avoid, but I doubt I can avoid it because I just don't have that as much videos. I have a lot of videos. I just don't have a lot of variety. I wanted to have more variety of videos to keep giving you guys different videos every day, but it's not going to happen. The backlog I have, like I said, has a lot of Demon Souls in it, not a lot of anything else. So I am going to try and mix it up a little bit as much as I can with the videos that I have, but I just don't have any more time to record. It's like I said, today is the 2nd of May, and there are no more days that I can actually record because Friday, Sidestrift's going to be around, and I'm going to be doing still some wedding stuff. Saturday, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing on Saturday, but like I said, while Sidestrift's around, I'm going to do the least amount of recording possible because obviously he's here, like taking a vacation, and it's like, oh no, let's do work instead because that'd be cool. So yeah, I just don't have any more time to record, and I am a little bit disappointed with that because I feel I have failed you guys a little bit. I wanted to have more variety as opposed to having just a ton of Demon Souls, but that's the way things turned out. I feel sorry for it, but at the end of the day, I do believe I will be able to guarantee one video a day, every single day until the 17th, at which point I should be able to record again and keep providing you guys with more videos. But probably at the 17th, I'm going to be starting to build another backlog for when I go out in June to E3. So it's going to be completely crazy. And my voice is going sour anyways. But anyways, the next video that I record, I will be a married man. Keep that in mind. Anyways, this has been Rurikhan. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your support. As usual, I really appreciate it. Leave me your comments and feedbacks, and most especially, leave me community topics so that I can have another community topic discussion in the next Conscast, because I really want to do that. Oh yeah, I forgot to say something because I didn't point it out, but I want at some point, let me just tell you guys, at some point, I will also be doing something with my website, which is I will be doing text posts on my website as well. It's just I don't want to start those right now because obviously I'm not going to have any time in the next couple of weeks to actually do them, but I'm going to be doing a little bit of blogging on my website as well in the near future. Not right now, just kind of giving you guys a little teaser for that. So also tell me what you think about that in the comment section below. Excuse me. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. That's probably the 3rd time I've said that. Feedback, comments below. 3rd time I said that too. And I'll see you guys in the next one. That was the 1st time. Peace out.